Hello. This video is to go over everybody's favorite model, the deep intestinal organs. Like the other mouse over models, this rotates it automatically. This goes a little bit that way, this goes a little bit that way. And these are the hot spots. We have the posterior of the pancreas, we have the deep vessels, we have the anterior of the pancreas. So we're going to be looking at structures around here. This is the upper abdominal cavity. We're going to start with the duodenum here and the pancreas. The liver would be sitting right about here, and the transverse colon would be right. So what we're going to see is this area in here. So it's underneath the liver here, and underneath the stomach, underneath the transverse colon. So here's our model. Oops. The stomach would be sitting right about here, and the pyloric sphincter would be right here. So this is the duodenum, the first about 9 or so inches of the small intestine. This right here, is the duodenal. That's the duodenum. Jejunal. The jejunum would be coming here. Flexure. And you can tell on the models, you have to actually look at the histology because the circular folds vanish at that point, and instead we get villi. So if we look in the duodenum here, we're not going to see villi. We're just going to see the circular folds. The villi would be on these circular folds. Now, this is the pancreas right here. The pancreas, we're going to look at the histology, is made up of islet cells and acinar cells. The acinar cells make pancreatic juice. That's enzymes, bicarbonate, and some other secretions. And that is going to go through this main pancreatic duct. It's going to exit right here. If I rotate it a little bit, it exits right at that point right there. That is the major duodenal papilla. So if that was a little bit noisy, main pancreatic duct goes to the major duodenal papilla, where we have the common bile duct also exiting. We'll look at that in a second. Now this is the accessory pancreatic duct. It exits right there by itself. Guess what that's going to be called? The minor duodenal papilla. So pancreas, main pancreatic duct, common bile duct, and that's part of the common bile duct too. Major duodenal papilla, minor duodenal papilla. And again, this right here is the jejunal duodenal flexure. It's actually the duodenal jejunal flexure, I believe. So that is the pancreas. That is the first part of the small intestine. We have the liver. It's going to be up here. And this is the hepatic duct. If we look carefully, we're going to have left and right hepatic ducts. So if you look really carefully, there is some of the left. And if I go the other way, there is the right. And the left and right hepatic ducts form the hepatic duct. And they're coming out of the porta hepatis. Now, right here is the cystic duct. That is going to the gallbladder right there. And the gallbladder is going to store bile. Bile is made up of bile salts, cholesterol, waste products, and it is going, when you eat, a hormone is going to be released, and it causes the bile to go back through the cystic duct, down the main bile duct, and through the major duodenal papilla. So if we look at the posterior view, here's the gallbladder. Here is the cystic duct. Somewhere there it merges. There is the common bile duct going behind it, and the major duodenal papilla will be right down here. So we've dealt with the pancreas. We have dealt with the duodenum. We have dealt with the biliary apparatus. We're now going to move on to the kidney right here. Now, if we look at the kidney, it has a hilum. Has a very beautiful hilum. Remember, a hilum is just a concave region where vessels go in and out. We have the hepatic artery. Looks like it's posing for a picture, holding all of its lovely organs. The renal artery. We have the renal vein right there. They're going in and out of the hilum. And then we have the ureter coming out. So I always like this view. It looks like it's holding on to its family. So I've removed the pancreas here, and this view makes it look like the inferior vena cava saying, stay back, I'll protect you. So again, renal vein, renal artery. Now the renal artery is going to come in. It's going to branch into segmental arteries. We're going to learn about all these blood vessels going in, become the veins, all the veins coming out. But we'll do that with the big kidney model. The kidney is divided into an outer cortex here and an inner medulla. These are actually called medullary pyramids or renal pyramids because they're pyramidal. We have renal columns in between. Now the end here, it's better on the big kidney model. It's the renal papilla. And urine drains into it and then into these funnel-like structures called calyxes. This would be the minor calyx. This would be the major calyx. Drains into the pelvis and it goes into the ureter. Now, we don't have to worry about it for the digestive lab, but I thought I would include it on this model since the urinary system is on that lab exam.